How are we doing, guys? ALTV, player ratings, Arsenal 4, Leeds United 2. So, yeah, you know what? I don't feel as bad. At half-time, we're 3-0 down. They get that fourth goal early in the second half. You start to think, ooh, these subs don't quite look right. It doesn't quite look right, the team. Then we did show a bit of fight. We got ourselves back into the game. But obviously we're going to have to start with the goalkeeper, as they always do. Mr. Illan Meslier, and look, I was very frustrated with Meslier today, to be honest. Obviously, he's made mistakes. He's made mistakes in this game. There's no doubt about it. Guys, get your ratings in for Illan Meslier for us. So disappointing today for him. And I'm gutted for him, because you saw how much it hurt him. When the camera goes back to Meslier after the second goal, look, I've seen a couple of different ratings here: 5, 3, 4. I mean, you got to look at it and say the first 3 goals he should do better on. Certainly the first 2. Obviously, the third one is hit with power. Bellerin's done well in that situation, but certainly the first 2. Obviously, the Aubameyang one, I don't think he caught particularly cleanly, and it just it runs under his hand. It's one of those. I think Melier's expecting it to go on the other corner. There's no real excuse for it. Certainly, the second goal is no real excuse for it. And a lot of predictably low rankings for Illan Meslier, and that's all I can unfortunately agree with. A couple of 2s, a couple of 3s. Yeah, there's not. It just wasn't good. It wasn't Illan today. It wasn't Illan. I know he's always had, since sort of the start of the new year, his distribution's not been great. It's not been great at all, his distribution. But yeah, I think he just needs to judge certain situations well. I think Oliver makes a good point. It's not all Melier's faults. Our goalkeeper coach, sometimes it's okay to whack it, just smash it upfield. And yeah, I think the big thing is with most teams these days, the big thing is with most teams these days, the manager asks teams to play out the back. That's a requirement of the goalkeeper that they're able to play out the back. And in the Championship, Meslier did that really well. He did that really well. But at this level, it's more difficult. You can't just clip the ball over the opposition winger and play it into your fullback and get him to control it on the chest and be away. This league's tougher. It's tougher for Meslier at this kind of level. So, yeah, I can agree with that in part, but I think Meslier just had to judge the situation better. I don't think any goalkeeper coach would have told Meslier to just delay and allow Saka to press him. And then the thing that really annoyed me about the second goal was he made the mistake. Keepers make mistakes, but it's the fact he tries to redeem it straight away. He dives in on Saka, takes Saka out. It's a penalty. And to be fair, a couple of years ago, that would have been a red card before we had obviously the double jeopardy rule, etc. But guys, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't done already. So yeah, I think I've got to agree with quite these low rankings, to be fair, for Meslier. On Twitter, obviously, we do our Twitter poll. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I've lost it now. Where are we? So Illan Meslier, bear with me 1 second, guys. But yeah, it's pretty much going to be the same as what you guys were saying. So Meslier is 34% of you have gone for a 3 out of 10 on Meslier, and I can't disagree with that too much. I think most of the people in the chat have gone kind of 3s and 4s. Mostly 3s, so we'll go 3 out of 10 for Illan Meslier. By far his poorest performance for Leeds, but let's not forget what Meslier has done for this Leeds team. He's made save after save after save in certain games. He's kept us in games. He's won us more points than he's cost us, and that's all you can ask for if your goalkeeper. If your goalkeeper's winning you more points than he costs you, he's a good goalkeeper. End of story. Yes, there's faults to Melier's game. He needs to do better in terms of passing the ball at the back. He needs to respond better in terms of the press, know when to launch it upfield, know when to try and play it short, play it long. Just that. And that comes with experience, That comes with experience, big time. Big time that comes with experience. -10, they're off John Redmond. It's just frustrating. I mean, the second goal, he could have just got back into position. He didn't have to dive in. It's just that second stage where he dives in after he loses the ball. So it's disappointing for me off Meslier today. A 3 out of 10 I'll go with on that. So Jamie Shackleton at right back. I'll be honest, I didn't think Shaqs did anything wrong today. I think he was targeted on that on Arsenal's left. I think Arsenal had Aubameyang sort of drifted into that position. Smith Rowe kind of picked up in pockets of space. And yeah, as mate Oliver says, Meslier is 20 years old. He's a remarkable goalkeeper for his age. No doubt about it. To be able to do what he's done, to step into this team in a tough situation, in terms of, he's coming for Kiko Casilla. He's done remarkably well as Illan Meslier. So I'm not going to go too much on Meslier. He starts the next game. There's no question about that. He's our number one by far and the best goalkeeper this club has had since Nigel Martin. And there it is. I've said it. It's true. Trust in Illan Meslier. Trust in Illan Meslier. And look, Hugo Lloris yesterday. Hugo Lloris, if you just watched that Man City Tottenham game, he let two go under his arm. So this is an experienced goalkeeper. So let's just back Illan Meslier. Let's back Illan Meslier. And we will do. We will back Illan Meslier. No question about it. He's just had a tough game today. And he showed good character the second half. I'll give him that. He did show good character. Made a good save at 4-0. And yeah, he was much better second half. So Jamie Shackleton, again, I just got a bit distracted there. Jamie Shackleton, I was talking about Illan Meslier for too long then. Jamie Shackleton was okay today. I don't think he did anything specifically wrong. I mean, get your rating. Go on, let's have some ratings for Jamie Shackleton. 7, says Tim Smith. I thought Shackleton was okay. So I wouldn't quite, I don't know if I'd be able to give anyone a 7 today, to be fair. Jamie Shack, 6 for Lee Lord. My man Louis Tavar. Alioski, 10 out of 10. 8 Ball Ali has said Shackleton an 8, very good. I did think he was good today, to be fair, Shackleton. I'm not sure to go I don't think I can give anyone an 8 based on today's performance. Whether that's harsh or not, I don't know. Duncan Hamilton's gone 7. Ghost Shark has gone 5. Teshem Lechner has gone 6. Decent. Nicholas Griffin's gone 6. Cool Things have gone 5. Giancarlo 5. Yeah, it's kind of, my thinking. I'd have gone about a 6 today, to be fair, for Jamie Shackleton. And Twitter agrees. So the poll, just over 200 of you voted in that poll. Very, very big thanks to you guys. And yeah, Chris Kelly, my man Chris Kelly. I think Chris has been a little bit harsh there for 5. I don't think he was bad today, Shacks. I thought he was probably the best of the back 4, to be honest. I did genuinely think that. I don't think he did anything specifically wrong on any of the goals per se. Maybe I'm wrong. I've not watched the goals back. I don't really intend to at this moment in time. Maybe in the middle of next week I will do. So Shaq's 6s, 43% gone 6s. Luke Ayling, obviously the first goal, he's backed up too far. He's backed up, sort of 10, 15 yards away from Aubameyang, just giving him that space. And it can happen. It can happen at this level. You see so many defenders do that. I'm not just going to specifically pick on Ayling for that. Did make a really good block, to be fair, off Aubameyang in the 1-0, I think it was. Get your ratings in for me for Luke Ayling. And Chris Kelly's fair enough, mate. 5 is average, which is very, very true. I thought Shaq's was slightly above average, to be fair, I'll say. Giancarlo has gone 4. Chris 4. 5 for Chris. Go Sharp 5. Alan 5. Mark 6. So yeah, so a bit of a mixture in terms of ratings here. So mostly 4, 5s or 6s. I think he's got to obviously take responsibility on the first goal. No doubt about it. So his rating's got to be a little bit lower for that. I'm thinking 5. I'm thinking maybe 5's a bit harsh because, I'll go 5. The fact we conceded 4 goals, I can't really complain too much about that. To be fair, Twitter's gone 49% have gone 6s on Twitter. A lot of 6s in the chat. So, I mean, you guys on Twitter, almost 200 of you in that kind of particular vote have gone 6 out of 10. So I'm happy to go up to a 6. I think maybe 5 is a little bit harsh. So we'll go up to a 6 for Lukey Ayling. So Liam Cooper, I mean, to be fair, had some really good moments in this game. Really crucial blocks, really crucial moments. But on the second and third goal, I think you've got to look at Coops. I don't think he did particularly well on the goals. Sorry, not the second goal. The overturned penalty. I'll be honest, I think the speed Saka was running at, I know obviously when they slowed it down, it looked like there was no contact. But when you're running at that speed and kind of leaning your body into Saka, you're asking for trouble. Because it only takes one slight touch. At that kind of speed that Saka sort of changed his pace at, for me, I'll be honest, I think I agree with Lee. I think he did get away with that particular penalty. Having said that, we should have had a penalty later on Bamford, which could have made it 4-3. So it does even itself out. So I'm not going to go too much into that. Third goal, I think maybe he probably should get out quicker to Bellerin for me. I know obviously there's a lot going on in the box. We didn't defend that well as a team, but I did want to see Coops. The disappointing thing for me on that third goal is Arsenal messed it up at one stage. Arsenal just overplayed it. And I thought, okay, we're okay here. But we didn't push out. We stayed deep. We were in our own box. We couldn't get out of our own box. And then we just asked for that attack to restart. And there you go. Third goal goes in. So, yeah, not a great game for Coops today. Probably the same for Aylan for me. I'd probably go a 6 for Coops as well. I think it's probably about the same as Aylan. Probably at fault for maybe a goal, but didn't do anything specifically wrong other than that. So I'll go a 6 for Coops. I mean, you guys on Twitter are a little bit harsher. 42% have gone 5s, 38% have gone 6s. But I don't think you can give Coops a lower rating than Aylan, to be honest. I don't think he was worse than Aylan today. So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with a 6. I'm gonna be controversial and stick with a 6 here. So Johnny Alioski obviously came off sort of very early on in that second half, which was quite telling. Obviously got that booking. Not a great game for Johnny Alioski, to be honest. Get your ratings in for Johnny Alioski, guys. I mean, I don't know if that's a minus. If that's a -5 for Chris, I don't think it is, to be fair. But 5, I'll take it as a 5 off Chris. I'll take it as a 5. Vinny 2, Tim 3. Yeah, I think probably the worst of the back 4, to be honest, today. I don't think he was especially bad in terms of in comparison to everyone else, but probably did have the poorest game for me out of the back 4. He really struggled against Saka. Really struggled against Saka. It never really looked like he had control of that situation. Yeah, so I knew it would be, Chris. I knew it would be, to be fair. I'm only messing. Yeah, just didn't have control of that situation on Saka at all. You know, Saka was kind of in and out, and Alioski didn't really get anywhere near him in that kind of game. And they're very disappointed for me. I'd have to agree with Gail there. It was a very disappointing game for Mr. John Alioski. So I'm thinking 5. To be fair. See what you guys on Twitter have said. Obviously, you've got your votes in. So for Johnny Alioski, a lot of people have gone, well, 45% have gone 5s, 45% have gone 4 or less. But I'm going to be positive. Look, it's Johnny Alioski. We all love him. We'll go 5s. I'm going to stick with my 5 there. It's pretty close anyway, but I'm going to rank it up. I'm going to rank it up for Johnny Alioski. I don't think he was... if we're giving Coops a 6, Shaq's a 6, Aylan a 6, you can't give Alioski a 4. He wasn't that much worse than the rest of the back line for me, so I'll go a 5 out of 10. This might be quite a generous rating so far, in terms of the back 4 has got a 6, 6, 6 and 5. That's pretty generous, isn't it, really, if we're being honest? Yeah, I mean, let's go on to Pascal Struijk. Obviously, Pascal Struijk went into the holding midfield role today, and I felt for Pascal today because it's not his position. He's had to step up into that position. Yeah, I mean, Giancarlo has called this right. I mean, yeah, I might have been generous. But I'm in a good mood. We showed a bit of fight, in terms of we got it from 4-0 to 4-2. Bit of fight. Tell you what, at 4-0, I wouldn't have been giving anyone more than a 4, to be honest. So, yeah, I'll stick with the higher ratings. Maybe I'm being too generous. But Pascal, look, I know he's played holding midfield before. Well, it's a big ask. It's a big ask stepping into Calvin's position and performing like Calvin. It's a big ask. Impossible task, in terms of what's being asked of him. And it shows today. He made a couple of crucial blocks early on. I thought he started the game okay, but really it wasn't a great performance overall for Pascal today. I thought Pascal was poor today. I'd probably be thinking 5 to Pascal. I can't really think of anything where he stopped an attack. I think Smith Rowe was drifting into pockets of space. Erdegaard the same. Tough game for Pascal today. I'm thinking 5s. To be honest. Gale's got 6. Emmett Oliver 6. Sorry, Emmett, I've just missed you there, mate. Emmett Oliver 6. Tim Smith 5. Mark has gone a 6. Yeah, it was just disappointing one for Pascal Struijk today in that holding midfield role. And as Giancarlo says, Struijk horrendous at CDM, not his position, I know, but I still blame him for the 4th. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I forgot about the 4th goal. I really did. I forgot about the 4th goal. But to counter that, he did score, to be fair. So he kind of redeemed himself. It's just like, this isn't convincing. This isn't a convincing argument from me. I'll go 5s. Giancarlo, you're in a harsh mood today, mate. You're in a harsh mood. That's all I'm saying. I'm only messing. So Giancarlo, not Giancarlo, Giancarlo's a 10 out of 10 every week. Every single week, Giancarlo's a 10 out of 10. Pascal Schuick, I'll go 5. I'll go 5. Let's see what Twitter's saying. Let's see what Twitter's saying, what you guys on Twitter have voted for. Thank you very much if you haven't voted on this one, guys. Well, to be fair, Twitter's a bit more generous. Twitter, 6 or more, 48% have gone for that. So, yeah, you know what? Fine. I'll go with it. I'll go with it because he got himself a goal. He got a 6 out of 10. My word, these are generous ratings. These are generous ratings. But, look, we love this Leeds team. How can you not love this Leeds team? Even when it concedes like 4 goals after 48 minutes or whatever it was, we still love this Leeds team, even when it does cause us heartbreak sometimes. So Raphinha today, lovely delivery for the Stewart goal. Probably one of Raphinha's quietest games for us, to be fair. And it wasn't an easy game for Raphinha today. I thought second half he got into it, definitely got into it second half, made things happen. Nice bit of link-up play, went onto the left-hand side. Thought he did okay on the left-hand side. Gave Bayer in a bit of a test. Yeah, get your ratings in for Raphinha in, guys. Get your ratings in for Raf. 6 off. 6, 7, decent. Tim Smith's gone 7. Chris gone 6. I agree with that, to be fair. I think they did isolate him. I'm not sure I'd give anyone a 7 today, to be honest. Just thinking, have I given anyone a 7 today? No, I've not. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Can't give anyone a 7 today, to be fair, for me. Raphinha, I'm going to go with 6. I'm going to go with 6. I think Chris calls this spot on when he says he missed Ayling. Definitely, I think the dynamic wasn't quite the same on that side of the pitch, although I don't think Shackleton was especially bad. A lot of 6s coming in, a couple of 7s, mainly kind of 6s and 7s. I think that's pretty much where I'm at as well, to be fair. Ruff's, to be fair, has gone an 8. I mean, second half, to be fair, he was very good, to be fair. But, yeah, I think, I'm going to go with 6, I think. I'm going to go with 6. So let's just see what Twitter's saying. Yeah, 60% have gone 6s. I don't think anyone, to be fair, from Twitter is going to get a more than a 6 today, to be fair. So, yeah, I think Lee Lord's not too far off it, to be fair. In terms of saying he's probably our best player, and if he wasn't at his best, then, yeah, I don't think we had a best player today, to be fair. I just think probably, like, least bad. But, no, actually, you know what? Tyler Roberts, I'm forgetting about Tyler Roberts' influence on this game. He was superb when he came on, so he's going to get a kind of mark. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned for that one. Right, let's go on to the midfield. So obviously, Mateusz Klich comes off at half time. Needs to do better on the third goal. Gets nutmegged. Poor. The one thing I will say about Klich is he won the ball back quite a lot in that first half, but then gave it back away again. A little bit after. So. Yeah, I'm not sure I saw Klich coming off at half time, to be honest, but get your ratings. Don't give me ratings for Roberts. I don't want Roberts ratings yet. We're going to finish the video on a high. I don't want Roberts ratings yet. Click ratings, guys. Come on, get with the program. Guys. So Tim Smith knows it's a 6 for Mateusz Klich. In fact, I think that's a bit high, to be fair. But Gale has gone a 5. Get your ratings in for Mateusz Klich. 5. Yeah, I've heard this, to be fair, that he wasn't 100% on Bielsa. I've not actually watched Bielsa's press conference yet, because obviously just been doing this content. I will make sure to check that out, as always. First thing I do, to be fair, as soon as I come off this, is just watch his press conference, to be fair, and just see what the main man is saying. But yeah, a lot of 5s. I think I'm thinking of 4s, to be honest with Klich. No, actually, I'll go with 5 because he did press quite well to start off with. Did win the ball back a couple of times. Yeah, I think he was poor rather than terrible today, Klich. If that's not that that's a good thing, but I just think he was not especially bad. I don't think he was especially bad to come off at half time. I think Bielsa even said he probably wouldn't have come off had he not been ill. So yeah, Mateusz Klich, I'm going to go with 5. A lot of 5s, to be fair, in the comments here. So. Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, Twitter's agreeing. 46% have gone 5s out of 10. So, Stuart Dallas. Yeah, Stuart Dallas, kind of the same. Stuart Dallas, maybe a little bit higher. Go on, guys. What are you saying, Stuart Dallas? Get some ratings in for Stuart Dallas for me. I just didn't notice Stuart Dallas a lot today. I think, I suppose, second half, you can say he started to win the midfield a little bit more because we had a little bit more control. Yeah, I mean, he didn't impose himself. That's exactly what I'm looking for. He didn't impose himself today. it wasn't a great one for Dallas today, was it, mate? I'm thinking, yeah, that's where I'm at, kind of at, to be fair, Mark. I'm thinking a 5. I think 6 is, second half a bit better. Did get on the ball a little bit more, but again, for most of the game, it wasn't really Dallas. It wasn't really a typical Stuart Dallas performance. It was a difficult one for Stu today, to be fair. I think I have to agree with that. It wasn't his usual 7 out of 10 today. I'm not sure go as low as a 4. I don't think it was that poor today. Too far away from his man. As Russ says, 5s. I'm thinking 5s, to be fair. I'm agreeing with you guys. I think the midfield was just a pretty standard 5 out of 10 from the midfield. It lost the battle in that first half and did kind of recover a bit in the second half, to be fair. Dallas did go to left back and did okay. I've gone 5 out of 10 for Stewie Dallas. So Jack Harrison came off at half time. I was surprised, but I just thought it was a classic 5 out of 10 for Jack Harrison. I just thought he was poor today. I don't think he was poor enough to come off at half time. I didn't agree with that personally, but again, the players that came on did have a part in the next goal, to be fair. Giancarlo's been generous. I mean, I'd go much lower than that. Much lower than that, to be fair. It gives me nightmares. It gives me nightmares, to be honest. That just it's a nightmare. Honestly, it's frustrating. It's a frustrating one. It's there might be investment going into that this summer, to be fair, or sooner than the summer, guys. Jack Harrison, a lot of 5s, to be fair. A couple of 2s, to be fair. A couple of 2s. I'm not sure go 2. I think 2's a bit harsh. A lot of 4s and 5s. I think just a 5. I don't think it was especially bad. Did put in a lovely cross for Bamford early on, and we didn't quite make anything of it. I don't think he did anything particularly wrong in the game. It just was quiet, or more than anything for me, Jack Harrison. It wasn't quite Jack Harrison's day today. Not, compared to his form recently and the way he's performed this season, it wasn't quite him today. So 5 I'll go for. And Twitter agrees, 46%. I've gone 5s. Patrick Bamford, pretty much the same, to be fair. I think Patrick Bamford didn't do anything especially wrong, but just wasn't at it today. Wasn't at it, to be fair. And a tough game for him because he didn't have the service. We didn't get the ball into his feet enough. We didn't get the ball from midfield. So I'm not really sure I can blame Bamford too much, but he didn't touch the ball enough for me today. He didn't touch the ball enough, so wasn't influential enough. A lot of 6s, but I'm not sure I can go with 6 with Paddy today. I love Patrick. I do. I really do. He's a glorious footballer, but today wasn't his day today. And look, I feel for him because he had no service, so I'm not going to be too harsh on him. A lot of 5s, mostly 5s, a couple of 6s. I think 6 is a bit generous, to be fair. And that's the thing. I don't think he did anything wrong, but he had nothing to kind of feed off, which is the team's fault, to be fair, not just Paddy Bamford. But I've got to go off what I kind of saw in the game. I just didn't think Paddy Bamford did enough in this game today, to be fair. So I'm going to go 5s, but I'll just see what Twitter's saying. If Twitter's saying, if you guys on Twitter have gone over to Twitter and voted differently, fair enough. Let's have a look. 44% have gone 5s on Twitter, so I'm happy to stick with my 5 out of 10. I apologise for that. But when Paddy does have a 5 out of 10, he follows it up with a 9 or 10 out of 10. So I'm feeling all right about that. I think Wolves might, he might go back to his standard 9 out of 10, to be fair, or 10 out of 10. So, I'm by no means starting on Paddy Bamford in because he had no service. I can't be too critical. It's just one of those things. So, Chris, as always, hopefully. Anyway, and look, the effort was there, just not enough quality today. I'd have to say, Joe. I think the effort was definitely there, though. I'd agree with that, mate. And he should have had a penalty. You know what, Mick? You're spot on. They should have had a penalty today, I thought. Unfortunately, we just don't get it. I'm not going to complain. I know I complained about it, in the post-match just then, but it evens itself out. We probably should have conceded one first half. We move on. So let's go on to the subs. So obviously, Helder Costa. Look, the 4th goal, he loses the ball too easily for me. He loses the ball far too easily. But then he gets himself on the score sheet. He gets himself on the score sheet. I saw a couple of runs in behind, running behind the fullback, causing Cedric a couple of problems. And I think after he scored, he got a lift off that. I thought when he first came on, I thought, the effort's not there from Helder Costa. You know, why didn't we bring on Pablo Hernandez, who's done so much for this club? But you know what? After he scores, I saw a different side to Costa. He started running behind. He almost got on the end of something, to be fair, at 4-2. Lovely balling off Roberts, but the keeper just got there before him. And he showed something, to be fair, Costa. And let's have some ratings for Costa. Alisson and Marty Adams. I think that's harsh, to be fair. I'll be honest, I think that's harsh compared to the rest of the team. In fact, he got himself on the score sheet. It's weaker foot. He took the chance well. As my man Joe Wayman would say, he showed clinicality today. My favourite word. Yeah, this is where I'm kind of at with it, to be fair. As Rush says, a 6 out of 10, much better performance from him rather than in recent weeks, other than the poor play for the fourth goal. And look, the game's gone at that stage. It's good pressing if you look at it from the other side. And I wouldn't be saying this if he hadn't scored. Let's be honest, I wouldn't be saying this if he hadn't scored. But I did see after he scored a lot of the things I want to see from Helder Costa. I didn't see everything I want to see from Helder Costa, but I saw a lot of the right movement, the right desire, the right pressing. I saw a lot of good things from Costa, and he did make a decent impact on the game. I'll give him some credit for that. We won the second half. That's my big thing today. We won the second half at least. Well, hey. But yeah, no, look, Costa, to be fair, never an easy stage to come on in the game at 3-0 down. Yeah, Costa, I'm thinking a 6. I'm thinking a 6 for Costa. I might be able to go a bit higher. Be interested to see what the poll says. Yeah, 57% have gone 6s. Yeah, that's about fair. Yeah, we took the goal well. And let's hope he continues now. You know what? I'd love nothing more to see Costa show those levels he did at the start of the season. He's got the talent. I've never once doubted the talent of Helder Costa. I've just doubted sometimes his application in games in terms of making an impact on football matches from time to time, especially when coming off the bench. Ever since Raphinha turned up, really. So yeah, and look, that's a fair point. You know, a lot of people saying that I'm going to go back on myself. I'm not at all. I've been very critical of Helder Costa this season. I'm still critical of Helder Costa. But the talent is there. I've always said it. The talent is there of Helder Costa. He can finish. We saw that today. He can finish. He just needs to find that form again. You know, in terms of where he puts a complete package together in terms of a performance. You know, he's taking his fullback on. He's making good runs. He's finishing chances. He's creating chances. Just that full package that you get from Raphinha and Jack Harrison. You know, most kind of weeks. I just love to see Helder Costa bounce back. You know, in terms of, you know, after that Crawley game, I was massively critical. I think rightly so, but good to see. And let's go on to Tyler Roberts. I thought Tyler Roberts was brilliant when he came on. I initially said I won't give anyone more than a 6 today, but Tyler Roberts was head and shoulders our best player today, by a mile. Tyler Roberts in that 10 role did a superb job today. Makes the goal, just looks so lively. You know, caused Xhaka a couple of problems because Xhaka was having an easy game. To be fair, up until you know, Roberts coming on. And yeah, I thought Roberts was really good today, to be honest. You know, and yeah, I think that's about spot on. You know, he just showed lovely feet. Yeah, and they showed the effort. The pressing was superb off Tyler Roberts today. I would personally, I'd go an 8. I think he was really good today. I thought he turned the game around. You know, in terms of the control of the midfield, the game turned when Tyler Roberts came on and got on the ball at 4-0. I thought he was really good. Top. This. Thanks so much, MOT. Alioski 1919. Lovely donation. Absolutely top class that. Thanks so much, mate. Good luck, guys. Roberts was class today. Yeah, I agree. I'll be honest, I'm thinking 8. Am I being generous there, guys? Let me know. I honestly think he was really good when he came on today. And yeah, I genuinely do think that. But to be fair, I was just looking at Twitter, and Twitter disagrees with me. 57% compared to 17% have gone for a 7. So you guys have voted. I'm going to stick with you guys. You've gone 7 out of 10. It does. I personally would have gone an 8, but you know, the difference is that big. I'm happy to go a 7. Maybe the fact everyone else was playing that poorly, Roberts coming on and doing well, made it look so much better. So let's go on to Niall Huggins, who came on. Niall Huggins, to be fair, showed real good character for me. Good character, considering the situation he came on at. In 4-0 down, I couldn't tell what position he was playing at first. He seemed to play centre mid at first, then went on to right back. I actually thought Niall Huggins did well. Showed really good character. We had a lot less problems on both sides of the pitch, really, when he came on. Yeah, I thought he did really well. Let's get some ratings in for Niall Huggins today. Yeah, a 7 came in there. I saw a 7. Yeah, I thought he was decent. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means, to be fair, but yeah, I think a six or seven. To be fair, that's where I'm kind of at with it. Show grit. He just showed really good character, really good character when he came on. I thought it was a really difficult situation to come on in. He saw Crawley. He didn't play in that Crawley game. He was given a chance today, and he took the chance well. So hopefully we see a bit more of Niall, to be fair. Didn't do anything wrong, didn't do anything special. But that's all I want. That's all I want, to be fair, in that kind of situation. The game could have been a lot worse. You're coming on for your Premier League debut away at Arsenal against Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Smith Rowe, all these players. And he didn't look out of place. Exactly this, Emmett. He didn't look out of place at all today. Giancarlo, what an awful game for Huggins to make his debut in. He played well, 7 out of 10. So, yeah, I'm thinking a 6 or 7. I'm going to go off the Twitter poll on this because I'm kind of in between the two. So, if you haven't done already, guys, make sure you vote on the Twitter poll. At the end of each game, we will do a poll so we can come on here and, just get your guys' ratings as well. So let's just have a look here. 52% on Twitter have gone 6 out of 10. So I'll stick in the 6 out of 10. I still think Tyler Roberts was the best player on the pitch. So I'm going to keep his 7 out of 10. Niall Huggins, 6 out of 10. So, I thought he did really well. To be fair, for the under-23s, he has done well. From what I've seen, he has done well. So it's no surprise to see him do well in this game. I guess, guys, what we're half an hour in, pretty much, obviously ratings for Bielsa, it's hard, in terms of Bielsa. I mean, initially I thought the subs weren't right, but we got ourselves back into the game. So some credit for that, definitely. Again, as I say, against Arsenal, the expectation is, in a game like that, if you're looking at it, forgetting about, the fact that Bielsa's in charge, when Arsenal play Leeds, in terms of the budgets, you expect a result like this. Unfortunately, that's the case. In terms of the difference in quality, you expect a result like this. So Bielsa, for me, I'll go with 6 because we showed fight back in the game. We couldn't have the penalty at 4-2, which makes it 4-3. It could have been a different game. I'm going to go with 6 for Marcelo Bielsa. I'm not going to lie. I didn't do a poll for Marcelo Bielsa, but you guys asked for it, so I'm going to give Bielsa a 6 out of 10. Guys, if you haven't done already, smash the like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back with plenty more content. We've got the fans post-match tomorrow on Monday night. Not sure exactly what time we're going live. That would be 6 or 8. One of the two anyway. Tuesday, we have got a new series starting, so make sure you keep your eyes locked on that one. We have got a new series starting, so make sure you check that out. Really looking forward to that starting as well. Wednesday, we have got our opposition post pre-match. I keep getting them mixed up. Post and pre-match. You know what I mean, guys. So that is with a Wolves fan. Thursday, the big match preview, and Friday, your watch along for Wolves because we're straight back into it in 5 days' time. ALTV. I've been Oscar Marriott. We'll leave it there, guys, and we'll see you later.